So we've got a very special guest on the podcast today. We've got N0trixx. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you very much for having me tonight.
Thank you for joining us. So we saw you earlier this year in March on your tour, and I think it was the second date that we saw you on. How did the rest of the tour go?
Absolutely amazing. It kept on building. Was wonderful to see same faces a few times again. Some of the people who liked me in the previous gigs went on to buy new tickets, which obviously is the biggest compliment ever that an artist could receive. But also, yeah, we had some pretty nice gigs going after that. There was a festival date as well. So, yeah, we built from there and it was very nice.
And when we watched your set in Mansfield, one of the things that really stood out was how engaged you were with the fans, and it almost felt very, very personal. Is this something that kind of came naturally or something that you had to really work at?
It came naturally, I'd say, with time, with practice, with understanding what exactly my project stands for and exactly what I stand for. But also, funnily enough, and this is something that I just realized this year while on tour, um, I don't really like being exactly on stage. I don't like it's just naturally who I am. I don't like all that attention. But what I do like is sharing the energy with the people. That's something that really, really makes me happy and motivated. And it took a while to understand that my sort of thing for performances is to actually talk and to people and engage with them and interact and do something together, and that's what makes me happy as opposed to just standing there and just being like, okay, look at me, everyone, I'm doing my thing. So yeah, as soon as I figured it out, I became so much happier on stage, because the first few performances where I thought that my job is just to, show off and say, look at me, everyone. That was definitely something I didn't enjoy whatsoever. So, as soon as I found this balance of interaction and talking and sharing my life story as well, where it's not exactly about, anything I do on stage, but more about what I stand for, what I'm trying to, the message I'm trying to deliver, it became very, very different for me and much more enjoyable. I'm glad it shows, and I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was an amazing set, really amazing.
Thank you.
And we know that you do everything yourself on the music side of things, from writing, creating, and producing, and all of that. Do you do everything yourself on the merch side as well?
Luckily, no. As in, I'm slowly building towards having a team who helps me with graphic designs and things. But I do make these masks for sale all by myself. Bracelets as well, made of the same material and in the same style. I make some blood vials with my logo on it. Well, the joys of being an independent small artist. So I do make a lot of those things myself, but I'm not that graphically gifted, I'd say. I do like making stuff sometimes, but not as far as being able to, make proper cool designs. So that's something that my team does for me.
We were actually going to ask you about the blood vials. Like, where did that come from?
I am very picky. Actually, funnily enough, ever since I moved here to England, I went through four different brands of fake blood until I found the right one just recently. The one that so the ones that were in those blood vials actually came with me from other countries. I couldn't find one which is with which I could buy here, and now I finally found it. Not sharing that. I mean, until they sponsor me. I do a lot of stuff with fake blood. A lot of my visual projects have fake blood in them. It's just something that I can't help. It's like I have such a massive um, uh, tendency towards embracing horror imagery in my creations, and uh, knowing which exactly fake blood to pick is important. The right consistency, the right color, the right texture, everything. And I just want to share it with the world, with my fans. Don't pick the wrong ones, pick the right ones. Pick my blood vials and you will be happy.
Your debut album, A Catalogue of Madness and Melancholia, was released back in March as well, and you had over 100,000 streams in the first week. How did that
Yeah.
feel?
Honestly, incredible, unbelievable, and well, I'm a pretty humble person, and I don't have an imposter syndrome. No, I do believe that I'm in the right place at the right time. It's just because like my life has been so crazy. It already told me many times that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But that doesn't mean that I don't uh, get all self-critical about every single thing, especially given that there's not many people that I can blame for anything once I've made an album. It's like all by myself. I do have a mixing and mastering engineer who's been with me from the very beginning of times. The only person I actually ever outsource something with the music. This is my last line of defense. He checks and double checks everything so that I didn't make any mistakes in the mixes and things. I do have that. But apart from that, there's only one person to blame for anything that went wrong, and that's me. And so it's really daunting sometimes to feel like, okay, this is out there in the world. But if I listen back to something, I will always find something that I could have done better. I'm such a perfectionist. It takes lots and lots of times to make everything like to the level where I would be happy with it, but even then I will find something. So um, letting it out there in the world is really intimidating, and it feels like, oh my God, what if this is like that very sound that I put in there and I still don't like it? What if someone hates it? It's all on me. And so seeing that people actually enjoyed it, there is one song there which is the most scary song for, like it made me the most uncomfortable to release. One of the songs on the album was produced by me back in 2020 when I started producing. So it was 6 years ago. I was just a baby producer, just figuring out stuff. Obviously, I kind of brought it to the level where I'm at, but a lot of things there, it's called catalepsia. The raw sound of the track is because I was not really like looking into, oh, people don't actually do that. Now that I have all the information, I'm like, nah, you can't really do that. That's silly. That doesn't work. Whereas back there, I was just experimenting with everything. I was like, this song is so raw, and it captures the spirit of the ideas. It's about schizophrenia. I thought back then in 2020, I thought I was having schizophrenia because of my DAD. I thought I'm schizophrenic. And I wrote a song about schizophrenia while being in that confusing state of being lost, and I wrote it just to represent. And so it was meant to be on the album. The album is about mental health. So I knew it should be there, but it was so scary to release it. So the fact that quite a few people told me that that's their favorite song on the album, I was like, oh my God, seriously? That means so much. So yeah.
And the album is not just loved by fans, but it's loved by the critics as well. So there's been features in Kerrang, Metal Hammer. When you
Yeah,
kind of
that's
got to releasing it, did you think that could ever?
no, no. Honestly, no. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh yeah, these people should like it. No. I did obviously each time when I go out with something, I make sure that I make the most out of it, that I push it as hard as I can. But I never expect anything. It's one of the benefits of being someone, I don't know, not with not a very massive self-confidence or self-esteem, is you kind of place the expectations pretty low, and they always get outperformed. So in that case, I was obviously hoping that people won't hate it, but I was really, really shocked by the amazing welcoming of everyone involved. So yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
And the album focuses on different mental health issues that you've either suffered yourself or others have. Is that something that you will keep focusing on in future music?
I believe that is not impossible. I think there is still a lot to tap in. Basically every song in my discography is like in this way or another touching upon mental health issues. I've so far I haven't written a single happy song, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe it will change at some point. But the most of my creations are me tapping into either my brain or brains of other people. That's the topic that interests me the most and gives me the most honest and genuine product and output. Because those things genuinely interest me and genuinely get like an emotional response from within me. So even those songs that are not pertaining to my own mental health issues on the album, they are those that I really felt. I myself live with BPD among other diagnoses, and BPD is something, borderline personality disorder is something that makes a person very, very empathically connected to others, and that's what like how it works with me. I read about some life story of a person and I empathically get dragged into it and I feel it like almost like it's happening to me. So yeah, I guess it's definitely some sort of like in some way or shape or form it will still be there in all of my future creations as well.
And you also blend a lot of different styles and genres when you're making music. But what's your favorite to listen to?
Oh, oh, that's interesting. But that's the thing. That's why I'm so struggling so much to pick one because I am an omnivore of all music styles. I don't ever um well, the ones that I stick to the most, that makes me the happiest are new metal, then also trap, electronic trap or electronic like everything that has heavy bass in it. And yeah, I guess those are the two main ones, and hence I guess I it's the easiest way to describe my music is a blend of those two. But one thing that I discovered recently is I am not a fan of genres. I'm a fan of one particular music scale. So I looked back at all the music I ever liked, and 90% of it would be written in uh, a Phrygian dominant scale. It's a kind of an Arabic sounding scale, and even if I were to sing notes together, I would end up singing in that. I write all my songs in that, and then looking back, I don't know if let's say I liked a song. Um, Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake when I was a child, like a teenager child or whatever, when I didn't even listen to metal yet. Why did I like it? Because it's in a Phrygian dominant. I was analyzing that. I was like, oh my God. And why would a song sound boring to me? It's because it's written in natural minor. So I guess that's just one of my recent findings. I realized that that's why I don't really care about genres. I care about this wicked sounding melodic evilness in a song that can be put easily in a pop song as well, but that's essentially it. So I don't really, unfortunately, guilty, can't stick to a single genre. But I guess that's what makes it a bit more interesting.
And you're very active on your social platforms, posting daily on TikTok, posting reels. How do you find time to fit all of that in and where do you come up with the ideas for it?
Oof, that's hard work, honestly. I mean, that's as a musician, one just has to embrace that this is the only way in this day and age to make it without having to um, sell your soul to music industry professionals, people who like there's so many people out there who just want to rip off musicians and it's either social media or those. I choose social media, so I have to find time. How I find time and how I find the ideas, well, I find inspiration. It's the same as actually with music and anything I create. I look at other things and then my brain keeps like the gears in my brain keep working. Oh, how about trying something like this, trying something like that, and it gets pretty exciting. Last month I spent the whole month skipping my skipping rope in different ways to entertain people and make them motivated to spend some money on charity. That went really well. And thanks to that very idea, I had a whole month covered of social media content because every single day I had to make a new costume or a new idea to make it interesting. That worked well. So yeah, I always find some opportunities to make it interesting and be creative, I guess. Where I find time, honestly, no idea. Me personally, as a mother of two kids, and having the whole music career, yeah, I just don't really, don't really have time to myself, I'd say. But yeah, just have to sacrifice something for that.
Right, we are going to move on to the quickfire round now.
Yay!
So we are going to start with our question that we ask everybody. What are your favorite crisps?
Whoa, Pop Works, sweet and salty.
Not familiar with those.
They're kind of like rice popped ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like pop chip type things.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would be your dream tour lineup? And you can include yourself on that.
Yeah, no, definitely would be myself because I don't want to be part of my dream tour. Korn, Slipknot, System of a Down, and Apache. Apache is a electronic trap producer who inspired me for everything electronic in the way I produce.
What's your favorite song that you've written so far?
Narc. Uh, Definitely that one just because it, if ever anything gave me the most um cathartic release, that was that one. It's a song about narcissism and me as a survivor of narcissism. That was the strongest uh, way of ever speaking up for myself and putting a big, massive end to the abuse that I suffered. Just saying it out loud that this is not going to happen anymore, and this is the honest recollection of how I felt during those um, dozens of years of me enduring that. Um, yeah, so and whenever I perform it, never have I ever felt any better performing any song. It's just like putting it out there and feeling like I've screamed it out. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
Where's been the best crowd that you've played to?
Oh, you know, I'd have to say, hmm, I have to say Turkey, funnily. So I've noticed, and unfortunately, I haven't had so much international experience, but the further down south you go, the more, the hotter the blood, and the more engaging the people are. And I have to say, whenever I play Turkey, people, you don't even have to do anything. You just like lift your finger up, say hello, and everyone's already moshing. Like they don't even need an invitation to move. Here, I do enjoy the process of, capturing, captivating the people, gaining their trust and gaining their interest. I do enjoy it. It's an interesting challenge each time, which I am really, really proud that so far have always been able to. Waiting for the one where people are just gonna be, "Moo, what's that?" We'll see. But it's an interesting and captivating challenge, but it's really fun playing to people when they're already like sold to you don't have to prove anything and they're just losing themselves. It's just doing that together. Amazing. Turkey.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Pff, I'm boring. I'm kind of a vegetarian trying my best. I'm Buddhist, so margarita always.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Phew. Um, mm, uh, Getting into stories. Like I'm just so clumsy and no, that's an actual real big talent. There's so many things that I can like tell stories about how I got into trouble with something and then it took me such a long time to figure it out and then finally I did and there we go, I'm still alive. That sort of thing. I've got so many stories to tell. So yeah, that's a talent, definitely getting into trouble.
What's your favorite film?
Ooh. Lord of the Rings 1, Lord of the Rings 2, Lord of the Rings 3.
Final quickfire then. If anyone could cover one of your songs, who would it be?
Wow. Mm. I mean, the big ones, they can't really like I can't ask them to do that. Let's ask Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
That would be the funniest one in the world. Just because.
Well, he's played guitar for Danny Filth, so
But there we go. There we go. At least it will be entertaining, right?
We'll tag him and see if he replies.
yeah.
You never
Yeah,
know.
okay. I can deal.
Right, so going back to the normal questions then. You are going to be at Bloodstock and you're doing a double header. So you're doing the VIP stage and you are DJing with Gaz. You excited for both of those?
Very excited. I actually had um, a call on the latter, um, s preparing for it. It's so exciting. It's gonna be so much fun. I've never been. I've actually guilty. I've never been to a metal festival in my life before, so it's gonna be really, really exciting for me in every possible way. But yeah, it's amazing and super, super exciting. It's kind of bringing this to a new level. On the recent tour, I had this amazing experience playing at the festival, and all the barriers, big stage and everything. And I was like, okay, how exactly do I do that? Because you've seen what I do. It's like the best experience that I enjoy is when I don't have any boundaries between me and the crowd. So I was like, okay, so how do I do this there? I did. I just jumped over the all the fences. I mean, they can't stop me, can they? We'll see. We'll see what happens every single level. But so far, so good. I'm really enjoying it. This is what I love. This is what I'm passionate about. Sharing this with the people around me. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what's next and how to put it on a new scale. Definitely gonna be something to watch out for.
And following that, you've also got some dates supporting the 500 on their tour. How did that come about?
I have absolutely the most amazing booking agent, who's also my friend and who's been supporting me from very early days of my career. So, that amazing person, Stuart, if you see me, hi and thank you. He's been just brilliant. We work as a as an absolutely amazing team. He has put together the whole tour. He's put together those shows. So yeah, it's all thanks to him. Definitely very excited for those ones. The 500 are actually amazing people as well. Apart from their music being super cool and something that I enjoy listening to um, as a music lover. So yeah, it's definitely super exciting.
And you're headlining Rabidfest this year.
Yes,
So,
that's quite unbelievable.
will you approach preparations for that any differently than a normal kind of show of your own?
Hmm, good one. We'll see when we get there. So far, what I do to prepare for anything, I actually literally practice twice a week. I don't think any other acts can boast that. Twice, three times a week sometimes, which gives me. I also do that live on TikTok. So that gives me an insane amount of hours facing the audience, doing my stuff, which is why I literally know that you wake me up at 3 in the morning, I will be able to do my whole set without any issues. So with that, it's like, okay, how do you add from there? We'll see if I might be able to come up with something new by that time because it's in November. And I because I produce all of my music myself, I don't really need to wait for anyone else. It's bam done. Like the length of time between the idea and the execution is like 1 week. So I might end up making something special. We'll see.
And so you have got quite a lot already booked for the rest of this year. Is there anything else coming up this year or into next year?
Oh, there's more gigs aside from those mentioned. Next week is London. Then there's also Leeds headline gig in the end of August. Two more festivals: Black Hole Sun in Morecambe and Oblivion in Glasgow. Um, so yeah, there's quite a lot. And then there's also some really exciting things coming up next year that I'm already um aware of. Can't share just yet, but yes, we're getting there. So yeah, lots of exciting things. Stay tuned.
And after the phenomenal success of your debut album, have you already started planning or thinking about new music?
Well, it's time to say that I have a release planned for August the 20th. It's just a single collaboration with some really big artists. It is a rap track, dark and very moody, the way we like it whenever we like rap, right? But yeah, so there is the single release. I'm planning some more collaborations, hopefully by the end of this year. But yeah, that's single for now because honestly, the amount of work that I went through um, for this album was absolutely insane, draining, and I had to take a lot of time to recover from that as well as it was well over 10 months of work only by myself without having anyone to, delegate it to or lean on. So that's an insane amount of responsibility and energy being taken. So yeah, another album is probably a year or two after, not earlier.
Final question then. So you've released your first full album now. You've headlined your first tour. You've got first metal festival coming up as well. What's kind of your next target?
We'll see. I would like to go bigger and bigger with festivals as well, and put it on another scale. My live show and the production for the live show is something that I would really want to look into. Um, it would be nice to work together with bigger artists too, especially those who I look up to. So that's something that I obviously, as anyone, aspire for. Um, yeah, so I'm just open to all the new goals and opportunities and just working towards them.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening. We hope we get to see you at one of these shows. And anybody who's not listened to the album really needs to because it is incredible. And yeah, look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for your kindness. Looking forward to seeing you too.